Hello and welcome to another 500 Travel. Today, as you can probably tell, we're at Manchester Victoria Station. Now, the train station is literally there, but today we're here for the trams because there's two routes we've not done. We've not done the East Didsbury line or the Manchester Airport line. Well, today that officially changes because we're going to get the tram from here to East Didsbury, and then get another tram from another station to Manchester Airport. This is quite a fun video. Hope you can join me and the Coffee Cup as we explore the last two lines of Manchester Metrolink. So, Victoria Station. The majority of platforms are in there. There's platforms 1 and 2. Oh, no, Rochdale tram coming in. We've done that line previously. In fact, I put a link to all the other lines we've done in the description down below. Manchester Airport, I know you can't probably tell what it says because of the glare. That tram now comes into here. Altrincham, done that one. But growing up, all these platforms didn't exist. I think there was only 1 or 2 or maybe even 3. That walkway didn't exist. But the AO Arena, or as it was when I was growing up, the Manchester News Arena, is still here today. I think it's Britain's largest indoor arena, or one of. Now the platforms 1 and 2 are normally for trains to Leeds. 3 and 4 further afield, Newcastle, Edinburgh, places like that. Just see the War Memorial there. Oh god, we're getting all the lines today. We've got Bury coming in now. But we need an East Didsbury one's coming to get us on our way to our next station, which will be Manchester City Centre's newest station and part of the second city crossing. That much gives away our first stop. Exchange Square. Let's get on before he shuts the door, shall we? Here we are, Exchange Square. Manchester City Centre's newest tram stop. There's the National Museum of Football. There's the Manchester Arndale. And we're actually going to walk to St Peter's Square. We're not going to wait for a tram because every 7 or 15 minutes. And St Peter's Square is literally just down that road. But yeah, this is quite literally the beating heart of Manchester. Selfridges and Marks and Spencer's in there, Corn Exchange in there. Yeah, this was built because of the amount of traffic the trams were taking into the centre of Manchester. They had to usually always go through Shoedale and Market Street, but obviously that's now changed. Let's just take a walk down this street here and try and get out of the way of the tram before it runs me over. Walk down towards St Peter's Square, you come under this bridge that links the Arndale to M&S and Selfridges and the posh shops of Manchester, and you also come upon this post box, which is just a normal post box with a banner on it, right? Well, no. And I'm about to show you why. So if you come down here, there's a plaque on it. Now on June the 15th, 1996, the IRA planted a truck bomb roughly around here. And it detonated. And the damage pretty much destroyed most of this and all the buildings around here. This postbox was undamaged, which is spectacular because all of this was completely devastated and that stayed undamaged. It was removed during the rebuilding of the city centre and then placed back on November the 22nd, 1999. You can tell how old the postbox is as well. Look, it's got VR for Victoria. So that is one very old postbox. If anyone from the Royal Mail is watching, it needs a coat of paint. But let's carry on up the street towards St. Peter's Square and the Town Hall. So just to reach us where we've come from, Exchange Square is literally just past there. King Street, which is quite a posh street in Manchester, is where those traffic lights are. And here is, well, under all that tarpaulin is Manchester Town Hall, which has been under that tarpaulin for the best part of 3 to 4 years. The Manchester Christmas markets are normally behind there, but while that's being done, they're now all over the city centre. I generally can't wait for it to reopen to see exactly what they've done. So apparently when it's all finished, you'll be able to get all the way up there. Definitely going to do that when it reopens. So the tram is now back on normal roads and goes up towards a station we've been to previously. Can you guess which one? Yep, St. Peter's Square. Oh, Shorevire Exchange Square tram. So at least know where the East Didsbury line goes now. It goes all the way to Rochdale. And there's the end of the tarpaulin of Manchester Town Hall. Just shows the extent of the work that they're doing. So yeah, when they built the second city crossing, I'll put the year in now. There used to be a bus station there. Got rid of that. They changed St. Peter's Square from a 2-platform to a 4-platform station. This got all redeveloped. That got redeveloped, obviously, when they got rid of the bus station. And the second city cross has been a roaring success. I mean, from 1992 till now, it's got 99 stations. And the destination of our first part of the video is actually where it could be extended from to somewhere else. So in the space of what, nearly 30 years, it's got to 99 stations. That's pretty impressive. But we need to go over to that station and get on an East Didsbury tram and go through Deansgate Castlefield and Cornbrook and Trafford Bar before we are properly on the East Didsbury line. X43, yep, that's the which way bus. It goes past Pendle Hill. Now Manchester is gearing up for its annual Pride weekend. I think Wagamama always have that on the decalling, which I think is brilliant. And I walked through the Arndale before, and Lego store have got something up as well. Manchester is going to be hopefully heaving. It's like coming out on a weekday is probably a better choice.
Approaching Cornbrook, where you can change for services to Altrincham, the Trafford Centre, Media City UK and Eccles.
As we left Deansgate, took a bit of B-roll of what looked like a disused railway bridge. It's actually now a National Trust site. Yep. They actually built, or put, like a pathway with a garden on one of the old abandoned railway bridges in Manchester. And you can actually go and walk along it and watch trams go across the other one, which I thought was quite nice. Also, I'll just put a picture of a poster in now, which now shows you're allowed to take dogs on trams. It's only taken 30 years. No, but seriously, that was a limiting factor on Metrolink up until very recently. I mean, you could take them on a bus, take them on a train. Some airlines, you could take them on a plane, but you couldn't take them on the tram. I don't know why, but it's changed. You now can. So, Kai will get his first taste of Metrolink life soon, hopefully anyway. But we're currently at Furze Wood, which is, or was, at one point, the newest station on the Metrolink network. And it's on the line that serves both East Didsbury and Manchester Airport. And this was a railway line until it got disused and mothballed and forgotten about. But there have been plans to extend Metrolink for years, until he did in the early 2000s. And I've got to say, it was a brilliant idea. You know, Manchester is filled with disused railway lines all over the place. This is one of them. I think the only bit that of this part of the line anyway that wasn't a disused railway line was the bit up to Manchester Airport. In fact, I know it wasn't. But still, brilliant idea. So after Furze Wood, there's a few stops, and then we'll be up to the original end of this line, and the station that is used as kind of the divider between trams going to East Didsbury and trams going to Manchester Airport. Can you guess the name of that station? So here we are, the original end of the line, St Werburgh's Road. All of 3 stations. Thankfully today, it goes a bit further. You see the East Didsbury tram just leaving, and then just over there is the line that goes to Manchester Airport. I'm actually going for it got extended because East Didsbury and the Didsbury area, apart from the bus, it didn't really have another connector to Manchester. I mean, if you ever wanted to go on a night out and you don't want to go to town, you couldn't get to East Didsbury on the tram. You had to get the bus, and it took a very long time, depending on where you were. But yeah, St Werburgh's Road, quite a quiet station, and unlike most other stations on the network, the platforms, it's an island platform, unlike most which are one side, one the other. And this is the stop we're actually going to come back to do the airport run. So yeah, that's going to be quite an exciting journey, because we've got to go through Sale Water Park, Wythenshawe, and then Manchester Airport. So onwards we go. Tram was no more what to talk about next. You see, B network. Now, for many months now, the Mayor of Manchester, Andy Burnham, former Labour Lee MP, had wanted to make Transport Manchester into one system, a bit like Transport for London. Well, his idea was the B network. As such, I saw from the branding on the outside of the tram, in fact you can see it here, B network on the side of it as well. Everything's covered under one umbrella now. Plus, ticket prices are going down, and they're all becoming part of one huge network, which I think is a brilliant decision. when it first got mentioned, I thought, I can't see it happening, but it's got it through and it's going to happen. Let's put a link to what's happening with the B network in the description down below so you can have a proper look at it yourself. Let's reach the end of this line. It's not the end of the story. I mean, yes, we've got to do St Werburgh Road to Manchester Airport, but there are plans. See where it says stop about there? Well, just behind there are disused railway lines which link up to Stockport. Now, how many years is it going to be before one of these goes further than that and links up to Stockport? Now, it has been talked about for a long time. It's just putting it into practice that is proving to be the issue. There's also, and I have seen the plans for it, to link Rochdale via Haywood to Bury. Genius idea. But where is that line just going to stay on the roads, or is it going to use up another disused railway line? Who knows? I mean, there's plans to link the East Lancashire Railway up to the main train network in Manchester, so maybe that might happen. Manchester is forever evolving. The transport around here is forever evolving as well. But the Metrolink is probably here to stay, and in another 30 years, I wonder just how many more sections of track I've got to go down. So as soon as another one opens, you know I'm doing a video on it. This one's now going to Shorten Exchange Square. Now, I would love to say Manchester has the largest Metrolink network, or metro network, or tram network, however you want to call it, in the world. But unfortunately, I can't say that because it's not true. And I don't tell lies on this channel. But before we get to the next stop, do you know where the largest light rail Metrolink tram network in the world is? I'll give you a clue. It's in a country on the other side of the world. Quite a lot to go for there. But when we get back to St Werburgh Road, I'll give you the answer. Now I'll have a bit of a break between the two lines. I actually forgot to mention when I was at East Didsbury, that Metrolink terminus is actually quite well placed because you've got East Didsbury tram stop, Didsbury train station, East Didsbury bus station, and Pars Wood. Probably one of the best entertainment places for like bowling. Laser Quest, I think, is still there. Meals out. There's quite a lot there, and you can get on the train, on a bus, and on a tram, all within about 200 yards of each other. So I think to put the terminus there currently, as I said in that video before, is a brilliant idea. But now, we're back. St Werburgh Road. And we're now going to take that turning over there and go towards Manchester Airport. For those of you who want to know the answer to the question I asked at East Didsbury, the answer is Melbourne, Australia. I genuinely didn't know that until I actually researched it and was like, wow, really? Australia? Who knew? Especially Melbourne, as it's not like the capital or, you know, anything like that. But yeah, Melbourne, Australia, the largest tram network in the world. So we've all learned something new today. But let's wait for a tram to appear on that platform for Manchester Airport. The next two are East Didsbury. That was always going to happen, that one. First stop on the route that we're going to get off at is at a place where I loved going when I was a child. And it was kind of just out the way. Like, you knew where it was because it was signed on the motorway and stuff like that, but you couldn't really get to it unless you had a car. And for a long time, Sale only had one tram stop. It's now got two. Sale Water Park. Literally just the other side of those hedges there. Quite remote, really. I mean, there isn't really much here apart from Trafford Water Sports Centre. The River Mersey's just down there, so you can walk and cycle and stuff. But it was a brilliant idea when Metrolink were building it to put one here, so then more people could come and take dogs for a walk, go down the canal, down the River Mersey, whatever takes your fancy. But it is probably one of the now least used stations on the Metrolink network. Now, I don't know if you can find out the stats as to what is the least used station on Manchester Metrolink network. I mean, if you can, please put it in the comments down below. But this has got to be quite close. I mean, there's no one else here. Well, there was, but I don't know where they've gone. It's just really remote. I mean, you can hear the motorway just down there, but it's just really quiet. You get the occasional car going past, but that's about it. And it's also a park and ride. Probably why it was, probably what helps with the numbers, probably, because it is a park and ride, and right on cue a tram turns up. Who knew? But yeah, Sale Water Park tram stop. Sale's second tram stop. It's probably not going to get any more though. Tram. The weather's changed. It's now starting to rain. Fortunately, my next tram's arrived, so we're not going to get wet too much anyway. We've just got to jump onto the tram and then get off in Wythenshawe. When you're building a line to Manchester Airport, you can't exactly miss one of the, if not the, most concentrated, populous places in South Manchester. So they didn't. They basically were like, right, Wythenshawe's already got a bus station, just put the tram near the bus station, right? Well, that's what they did. Because when they demolished Wythenshawe bus station, there, they put the tram right next door to it. So it's technically an interchange. I mean, not as interchange as East Didsbury is, or Manchester Piccadilly is, or Altrincham, for example, which has train, bus and tram, but you've got bus and tram. And also, from here, you can get a bus from, I think, the stop just down there to Manchester Airport. However, we're not going to get on the bus, we're going to stay on the tram. In fact, that's a bus going to Manchester Airport. The 43 just gone around the corner, that's going to Altrincham. So you can pretty much get to other lines on the Metrolink network without having to actually get on the tram as well from Wythenshawe, so that's quite good as well. But yeah, Wythenshawe Town Centre tram stop. Now, when I was growing up, way back when, nearly 20 or so years ago, I remember the old Wythenshawe bus station, and I remember the old Altrincham bus station. They were pretty much like the same thing, just in different places. Both have, well, one's moved, as I've said previously, and one's just been redeveloped. The old Wythenshawe bus station is now, I think it's just disused land. Until someone decides to build something on it, which they probably will. The next stop on the route is a good one if you fancy, I don't know, a spot of aviation spotting. And before you say, well, yeah, Paul, it's Manchester Airport. No, it's not. We've actually been to it on a previous video. But I'm not going to tell you which one until we get there. But until then, we'll wait for a tram and then go to that particular station. We are racing that rainstorm to Manchester Airport. When we left Sale Water Park, it was starting to rain. We've got here, it's in beautiful sunshine, but that is coming towards us. I wonder what's going to get here first, that or the tram? Hopefully the tram, because I don't really fancy getting rained on today. I've not brought a coat or an umbrella, so hoping it doesn't catch up too quick. Shadow Moss, the penultimate stop on the network. Now, you're probably thinking, Paul, what on earth are you on about? Aviation photography from the middle of a housing estate. Yeah. You might think I'm a bit mad, but trust me, I'm not. In fact, the second I got off the tram would have been the best opportunity to get my camera out and show you, but unfortunately, I missed it. Fortunately, I have the app Flight Radar 24 on my phone, so I know when the next one's coming in, and it should be any second now. And just to show you how close you can actually get to these things, take a look at this. Get close. We actually got off at that stop, which we're walking back to now, when we went to the airport pub. It's quite a decent stop, really. I mean, if you don't fancy going all the way to the airport to watch planes, just get off here, walk about 200-300 yards, 400, 500 yards, and you're at a pub where you can have beer, a beer garden, and you can see planes all day. Pretty cool. But now we're going back to the tram to get off at the final stop on this line and the final stop in this 4-part series of the tram lines of Manchester. And And it's a place that I know pretty well and has featured on this channel probably more than any other place I've been to. Manchester Airport. Oh yeah, did I also mention I work pretty close to them as well? Hence why on my Instagram there's always a picture of a plane or two nearly every week. But yeah, let's get back on the tram and go to the final stop and a terminating interchange. Pretty much like every other terminating station on the network. Because it has a train, a bus, and a tram. And it also has, unlike any other station on the network, it's an interchange for a plane. Dogs are allowed on the network as of the 1st of August, which has been. Well, just look at the sign that's actually on the door of the Metrolink now. Bit confusing, no? You are allowed to bring them on, but going to the tram, you know. Anyone from Circo Metrolink watching this, please update your trams, it's a bit weird. Oh, we are, aren't we? And welcome to Manchester Airport, the final stop on this route and the final stop in the mini-series that we've done on Manchester Metrolink. And as I said previously, the only interchange in Manchester where you can get a train, a bus, a Metrolink, and a plane. You have to go a long way to beat that. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making them. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to not miss a video. Me and the coffee cup will see you in the next one, and that'll be out next Monday. See you then.